And we're going to skip this commercial break coming up. I know we got some calls coming in, so we'll just take a larger break at the bottom of the hour for our producer to do a little housekeeping here. Okay. But we have Dan from Fredonia on the line. Dan, welcome to Viewpoint.
Hi, Dan. Hi, Dave. I have a question for the gentleman. I'm been in the village for years, lived in this area for years. I have a good job and everything like that. But my question is how are you going to bring industry into this? I know we talk about consolidation because of the situation of the economy and et cetera. But what I want to know is, I've got two young girls. They're growing up. I'd like to keep them around here for my old age and let them stay here. But I don't see them having a job here in this area or even in New York State. My question is how can you bring industry? I mean, we have great resources and great opportunity in this area, but we just don't have enough young people. We seem to have nothing but the young people are leaving because the jobs aren't there, and people are graduating from high school and colleges and they're just not able to find jobs. So my question is how are you going to bring industry in, and what's your plan of attack there?
Right, it's a great question, and I have now 4 boys myself that I'm hoping will have opportunity, and we export our best and brightest to other states throughout the country. There's no question about it. I've talked about small business startups. Another part of my platform is that I believe we need to invest in our economic infrastructure. We know from past experience that when we've built up our infrastructure, we've been able to not only attract some businesses here, but we've also been able to take some businesses who are in the county and have them relocate so they stay here as opposed to going to a state like Tennessee. So economic infrastructure, you have to have the shovel-ready sites ready if you're going to be in the game. And clearly we've had some situations here, and we have some, but we need more. We have some opportunities, but we need to have more. We need to have a wide array of shovel-ready sites available. Let me give you a couple of examples. CVS Distribution Warehouse went into Chemung County, 600 high-paying jobs, and one of the things they cited was that there was 2 interstate highways going through Chemung County. Well, we have 2 interstate highways, and we also have a development opportunity in the Ripley area with the Shortman Road project, where I-90 and I-86 are coming together there. It's a perfect location, and I know that the state has identified that, I think 5 or 6 years ago, as a premium development location. And that site has been started to be developed at the same time about 5 years ago, and so I'm hoping that something happens there soon. But we have to build up our infrastructure. There's no question about it. And I have a little bit of a different approach, and I want to just give one quick example. In the industrial park, Stoneham Industrial Park in Busti, Classic Brass, we were able to keep them in, again, 6 or 7 years ago, I believe, and they went to this industrial park. Now, the county executive mentioned that, the lease they have is a good one and the county's losing money, and that he was hopeful that at some point, they got out of the lease. I see it completely differently. I want to see them stay in the lease because I want to see them stay here in Chautauqua County, and that's exactly what we need to be doing to keep businesses here and keep high-paying jobs here. But right now, I don't see ourselves as in the game. I think we need to step it up without question.
Well, it goes to the old terminology, if you build it, they will come. And you're right. And we need to have an area ready to go and shovel-ready. So a company and tax breaks and et cetera are ready to go for these people that want to relocate to this area. I mean, we've got to have it ready. And it just seems like we've been peeling our tires and not actually moving anywhere.
Right. You have to have a strategy if you want things to happen, and currently I don't see one.
Okay, Dan. Thanks for your call. Dan from Fredonia. We got about 3 minutes left in this segment. I know.
Quick.
Boy, time flies on this program, and especially when we're in the middle of a campaign. I think people are really starting to follow this campaign, and a lot of issues, especially as you mentioned, on the economy. Now, you've offered to debate the incumbent, Greg Edwards. How are those efforts? Will there be a debate coming up?
Yeah, there will be. I wanted to have a debate on the economy in front of a college audience because I believe it's very important that we directly address our young people. We've had a couple calls about this today to really focus on what kind of opportunities will be available to them. So the county executive has agreed to the debate, and we're just setting up the details right now. We're hopeful that it'll be next week. So that'll be a good opportunity for both of us to, lay out our plans and then certainly talk about what has transpired over the last 4 years.
I know we will have a debate between both you and Greg Edwards coming up on October 26th on a Monday. You've both agreed to be here, and we really appreciate having you both, discuss the issues.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
For the full hours. So that's something. What do you see in the next 4 weeks in this campaign? How will you approach this really pressure cooker time, so to speak?
Well, we're running a very aggressive campaign, and I'm out knocking on doors every night. I have a great group of volunteers, and in terms of keeping young people here, I have about 4 or 5 of them devoting 100% of their time to this campaign. And, we have a lot of energy. We're having fun. We're out there getting our message out about how we believe that we need to move in a new direction. We're going to have a very strong finish.
And I know next week the legislature begins to review the county executive's proposed budget for 2010. How involved will you be in that review, and what do you see in this budget?
Right, I've already started to review the budget, and I'm still looking at it. I'll continue to look at it next week, and I have several concerns, but I'm going to ask a lot of questions, and just like I have every year, we always said we've been able to trim the executive's budget by $3 million over the last 3 years, and so we're going to continue to keep that record going, and look for ways where we can continue to look for savings and that kind of thing.
You see some wiggle room?
Well, I'm still looking at it, and of course, I want to go through the process and have that. But yeah, just off the bat, I do have a few concerns, but I'm gonna address those next week.
And I guess that review begins on Monday.
Monday, correct.
So Audit and Control Chairman Chuck Nazaro will begin those efforts, and I guess the full week pretty much.
Right. Yeah, and I'm on that committee, and so I'll be there for most of it, and so we'll ask a lot of questions and see what happens.
Well, Chuck, thanks for joining us on Viewpoint.
Well, I appreciate it very much.
And we'll be doing it again later in the month.
All right. Thank you very much.
Chuck Cornell, Democrat candidate for county executive, county legislator, on our Viewpoint program for today. We've got a business spotlight coming up next on WDOE, so we hope you stay tuned. 1410 WDOE, more to come.